10th class dropout. I started my career in 1994. Okay, and the very first software that really excited me was ELISA. Did anybody hear ELISA? ELISA is a psychotherapist program, okay, with whom you can talk whatever you want to. And I was so busy talking to ELISA that I never really found any interest to go to school. And ELISA is what we are seeing as ChatGPT, Google Gemini, etc. today. All of that originally happened in ELISA, and without internet, without any data also. Okay, so ELISA is a chatbot. It's one of the original chatbots in the world. Okay, I already knew basics of programming, and I was really surprised how it is able to understand what is in my mind and able to answer. In a very positive, supportive way, whatever you talk, it's almost like you are talking to your friend. Yeah. So continuously. So the first thing that I did is I did reverse engineering of ELISA program back into its source code and studied. Oh, okay. So their basic matrix multiplication itself was used in a smarter way, where it can actually, we have today what we call as bag of words concept. So the bag of words concept was pioneered very long back by ELISA. So understanding ELISA, that's when I started my career in 1994. That later I started teaching Unix, C, etc. And once Java, definitely I became Java Ashwin in 2000. So I would have trained maybe more than 1 lakh people in Java. And then I associated with a company today which most of you may not have heard of, called AppLabs. AppLabs is one of the original software testing companies in the world. And I joined there when I was 19 years old as a project lead, and there was no looking back. So we pioneered software. In fact, actually, we had to become a software testing company, because wherever we were going, oh, you are a small company, we can't give you our code, it's our intellectual property, etc. You may not be able to handle all the security things and all that. No matter how many legal NDAs, non-disclosure agreements we were ready to sign, but most of the people were not ready to give code. So the easiest entry, that problem became our boon. At that time, actually, 3 companies basically started software testing. AppLabs, Maverick, some of you know Maverick, yeah. All of them started more or less in the few months here and there. They all started at the same time. Lionbridge, RelQ, yeah. So these are the original software testing companies, and I happened to be in software testing. I really fell in love with software testing in 2000, end of 2000, and from that time I was in testing. And in 2005 I quit AppLabs. I was already a principal architect there, and I understood we did all kinds of enterprise software testing projects and all. Later I quit and built. Today most of you don't know, there used to be a famous product back then, 20 years back, called testersdesk.com. It's the first online toolkit for generating test data, test cases in English, based on certain requirements and things like that. So that we have done 20 years back itself. Okay, and testersdesk.com was my own company. I quit AppLabs, and AppLabs realized that they should have built it by having me, so they basically bought me back. Yeah. So one good thing about AppLabs was that we had a dedicated team of 50 people just sitting and writing some software or the other to help software testers in areas anything other than test execution. The only thing that I feel really boring is test execution tools. So we actually, some of you might be knowing that the biggest software testing problem even today or forever it's going to be is combinatorial testing, right? So how do you deal with the raising combinations, right? So you know that actually combinatorial testing techniques is a separate classification of tools. Have you used pairwise testing? Yeah. Yes. So pairwise testing. Actually, there is something called Taguchi method. It's a Japanese method. The Taguchi method is used in See, in manufacturing there is a very good problem that has been solved. Suppose let us say you have a box, empty box, and you have to pack, and all these articles, water bottles or whatever, everything is thrown on the floor. And suppose let us say two of you are given boxes of the same size, and the test is who of you can pack maximum number of articles within that box. Now compare it to software testing. We know that we only have 3 days before we go live. We know that there are 20 testers, let us say. Some portion is already automated, but right now some portion is still in manual, whatever is the state. You know, now on what basis will you decide what to test? One is basically anyway business priority. That is a no-brainer. Other than business priority, what else can do that? That's exactly where this box packaging algorithm from manufacturing has been copied by me in testers desk. So, and we used to generate the test combinations using pairwise reckoning, and also we have something called orthogonal arrays. Okay, so that again the importance of orthogonal arrays has already come back, and Meta has released a all pairs, similar to all pairs. They have released recently one tool now that is being integrated into the CI/CD pipelines very heavily, especially for test driving the. See, if ChatGPT think like this, how would ChatGPT have been tested? Obviously, there is a huge number of combinations that can occur, right? In what we see as a small no-brainer text area, there is nothing to select there. Just one text area. That's all. You enter, what you enter there, the combinations are into any number of millions of combinations can occur. That is exactly so. And ChatGPT is not built for one type of users, right? It is for the entire world. Yeah. So if it is for the entire world, how would ChatGPT itself be tested? Yeah. That is exactly where combinatorial testing applies to every software testing company. I mean, any enterprise in this world. So there are multiple ways people have solved. James Buck, one of the gurus in the past, of course he still is, has written all pairs. Some people have built, Microsoft has built a tool called PICT. It is still widely used by many organizations, PICT. So that's essentially for combinatorial testing. Yeah. So such kind of tools were built. I don't know why I am talking about this. Yeah, anyway, so I was acquired back by App Labs. So I made a lot of money and I spent all the money, and during lockdown I realized that actually my savings bank is ceasing. So numbers changed, all zeros disappeared basically. So back to Pavilion. All that I am good at is I am a thief basically. I steal things from all other industries and apply it in software testing. Not software testing, exclusively for software testing. That was every idea in tester desk was just that. Anything that is working in other industries, just plug it into software testing. That box packaging algorithm thing that I just now spoke about, which is a typical manufacturing problem. In fact, actually, it's a lot of logistics companies use box packaging algorithm to optimize their container packaging, right? And the same thing can be used in software testing also cleverly, which is essentially if you have 1 million test cases, within your available time window, within available resources that you have, testers that you have, how will you maximize your test coverage? That is the question. That question is going to exist forever. Yeah. So for that, you've done that. And yeah, right now I am building something called IVA, AI Value Assurance. It's going to be, next month, book is coming. And we are also defining an open XML standard that will be open source SDK, and commercial product also called as IVA for software testers, which will be exclusively for doing software testing. Like in other words, prompt foo, ragas, TrueLens. So we did a survey on what are subject. Most of the people who are doing AI testing today are not really testers. Most of them are subject matter experts, domain SMEs. And domain SMEs can't use prompt foo or even LangGraph or ROG or all these things, TrueLens, Ragas. So what we are currently doing is we are defining a standard called IVA, AI Value Assurance, It's an XML standard for defining test cases that test AI applications. So, in other words, basically, whatever I spoke today is a marketing pitch for IO. But yeah.
No, you didn't tell your music story for them.
Yeah, actually, what happened is when Value Minds was the name of my company that was acquired by App Labs. App Labs itself was acquired by CSC. All my shares suddenly jumped. Big, lot of zeros got added, and I made a mission statement saying that I am relocating to Mumbai to become a. If you have seen that opportunity to do a movie like that, that Remo version, but that Remo version did not work out. So back to Ambi.
Thank you, Ashwin. I think that was a great inspirational career transformation, I could say. So thank you so much for having you with us. So I would like to invite Mr. Sagar Joshi on the stage to please to facilitate our speaker. Huge round of applause again. Please scan the QR code on the screen and provide your feedback.
Thank you, Sagar, for accommodating me in the last. Thank you for finalizing the agenda. I think. Oh, you are the other. Great.
I hope everyone have scanned the QR code. I know we are running out of time, so